Oh shoot, my bad, Raider Nation. Yeah. Hey, knock on wood if you're with me.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider back with another episode of A Hard Knock Life following the 4th episode of Hard Knocks. This whole episode was more centered around us getting ready for Canada and playing against the Packers in Canada, and Luke Wilson being a native from Canada. So yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. Knock on wood if you're with me. Now we start off this episode with Coach Buck talking to his D-line, and he keeping it real out there, letting his D-line know that he likes all of them, but he doesn't like all of their ethics. That's one reason why we seen one person get cut from the team on episode 1. I'm not gonna name any names, but Ronald Ali. But that's besides the point. I like the energy from Coach Buck. Other than John Gruden, Coach Buck is my favorite coach on this squad so far. I love his interaction with his whole D-line and with the rest of the players on this defense. But this was the first episode where we didn't get to see John Gruden start it off, but it was a nice little touch to have someone else start it off like Coach Buck, like I said, because he has that same intensity as John Gruden. Then we go over to a little clip of Antonio Brown and his helmet. He tried on a new helmet during practice, catching balls out there from the jug machine, and he doesn't like it. We already know that he's been fighting the league, trying to see if he can wear his old helmet. Most likely he won't be able to, but he's been trying new helmets throughout practice, and in this episode specifically, he tried a different helmet. Looks ugly, but it wasn't comfortable for him, and he said his head hurts in it, and I can understand that. I mean, you're not going to want to go out and play and your head is like hurting while you're playing the game. The helmet's supposed to help you, not hurt you. But recently today in practice, I did see a photo of AB with a different helmet. He actually looks like a Power Ranger out there which is funny. But we follow that up by getting ready for the Canada game. Everybody getting packed up and getting ready to go to Canada. Now there was a little Easter egg that I caught that I thought was pretty dope. When they were panning through different scenes and the rooms when they were emptying out everything, I seen a little bag in a room that said bag of excuses, because this team ain't gonna deal with no excuses. This is team no excuses, and I like seeing that. Even though it was a little snippet, it caught the corner of my eye. So yeah, I hope you guys are not sleeping. So knock on wood if you're with me. So we get a little moment with the tight ends and the tight end group, mainly Luke Wilson because he's the main guy from Canada, and everybody wants to know all the ins and outs of Canada, especially like the tight end coach, which is pretty funny. And looking at the tight end core, you know, their group, they're all brothers. It looks like they all get along with each other. They get each other, and I like seeing that as well. We get a little moment with Darren Waller, not as much, but it was good to see that. Out of all the tight ends, Luke Wilson was the main one that stood out from this episode, of course, because he's from Canada. Now, one thing I did like that I seen from this episode was that little remix of John Gruden's Knock on Wood. It was a whole compilation of Knock on Wood if you're with me.
We got to stay hot. We got to keep putting wood on a fire, man. Knock on wood if you're with me, okay?
And it was dope, man. I gotta give a lot of credit to this Hard Knocks crew, this editing crew, man, that I hope to work for one day. But I gotta give a lot of credit to them, man. They're doing an excellent job with all the music, all the little remixes, and just putting things in the right moment at the right time, because everything is edited really well. Now we get a little more character from our quarterback, Derek Carr. He had a really intimate moment with Marcel Aitman during practice, you know, telling him that he wants to be perfect, and Marcel Aitman trying to talk back to him, say, you know, it's just practice, we just trying to clean everything up. But Derek Carr's like, nah bro, we gotta be perfect out there. We practicing to be perfect, and any mistakes in practice, we gotta clean it up. We gotta be better than that, because we're trying to be a better team. And I like that attitude from Derek Carr. He's looking like a leader out there, especially to these young players, these young wide receivers, because he wants all of them to be great, especially Marcel Aitman. And Derek Carr was that guy before when Charles Woodson was on the team, and he addressed that as well. He said, man, when he was on the team, Charles Woodson was there, and he would tell Derek Carr, I agree with you, but we got to be better. And I like that. Derek Carr's trying to step up and be the leader on this team.
Doing what Steve Wood used to do to me, I'd be like, I agree with you.
Everybody wants to knock him because they don't think that he's a leader and he wouldn't want to step up. But trust me, us Raider fans know Derek Carr is going to be that guy. Now another guy that Hard Knocks really highlighted in this episode as well, other than Luke Wilson, was Jason Kabinda. Had a little nice moment with his mom FaceTiming him. Is it weird that it's normal to see a cracked iPhone? Because everywhere I look, cracked iPhone. He even had a cracked iPhone one day. He showed it. That's why I stick with Android. But he had a little moment with his mom and letting her know that she's gonna go to Canada. Good job, JC. I like that. I like that a lot. Knock on wood if you're with me. Okay, so I don't know if this was filmed like at one time, but they're breaking it up. The rookies singing. The first episode, we did get to see Max Crosby and Hunter Renfrow. Last episode, we got to see, I forgot who, but this episode, we got to see like 3 or 4 different players up there trying to sing. It was a bit funny as well. Like, I wish there was a rookie talent show, but this is all we get. So, you know, I kind of enjoy it. Keelan Doss is the first guy to get called up to sing, and he sings, my girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl. My girl, ooh. Nah, I can't even sing for shit. And then we get to Jonathan Abram. It was funny. He sang Usher's You Got It Bad. And bro, that shit had me dying when John Gruden was staring at it and we like, hey, you got it bad when you run. Like, he's like, what the fuck are you guys singing out there? And obviously he's an old head, so it's kind of funny, but the whole team kind of chimed in on it and kind of sang along. I'm like, hey, Alec and Gold had like a little moment in there to sing, and then John Gruden told him, get the fuck out, like go sit the fuck down.
But I refuse to let you go.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was hilarious in itself. And then Trayvon Mullen came out as well and sang the same song that Hunter Renfrow sang on the first episode. I swear these Clemson guys only know one song, and he got booted out as well. And John Gruden kind of played along with it and then joked around about these Clemson Tigers can't sing for shit, but they're really talented players. Now we get to some fan mail with Mr. Big Chest, AB himself. It's nice to see that he still has a lot of fans out there. I know he has a lot of haters, especially around the media and all these one-minded people out there, and Steeler fans as well. But he does still have fans out there. Even non-Raider fans are big fans of AB. And if you guys really see it, you know, the media paints him as an evil person, but throughout the community, a lot of people love AB. Recently, he visited De La Salle High School for a game, and everybody was just going crazy, shouting out AB, chanting AB, AB, AB. Maybe because, you know, there are people that'll talk shit behind his back, but when he's there, they all want to be, hey, look, it's AB. And, you know, he gives back to the fans. You know, if they send him stuff, he signs it just for them. You know, he appreciates the love. Knock on wood if you're still with me. Now we get to the epic Raiders versus Packers preseason game in Canada. You already know what went on, and it was a crazy game in itself. This game did start off slow, and then obviously, you know, we came back because of one guy, but we'll get to that. We find out that the Packers were the ones that didn't like the field, and they wanted the field to be changed or arranged or maybe postponed, but they ended up making the field a bit shorter just for us to play because, you know, in the end zone they had holes that they tried to patch up and it just didn't work out. I like the interaction with John Gruden with the rest before the game, just making sure everything's okay, and he's like, all right, I trust you guys fucking everything up, but I trust you guys. Luke Wilson's out there finally playing in his home in Canada, and it's great to see that, you know, a lot of these players, when they go play in their homeland, especially if they haven't been there in a while, it's great to see their interaction and just taking in the moment. It's great to see him out there just representing. But like I said, this game did start off slow, and John Gruden looked frustrated on the sideline. He was frustrated talking to the refs, and he was frustrated with the team during the first half. So much so that he benched Mike Glennon, and he was just tired of him, and he was like, you know what? Everybody's sleeping on the GOAT, Nathan Peterman. So he wanted to put in Nathan Peterman, and he put a lot of trust in him to go out there and make something happen, because nothing was happening when Mike Glennon was in the game. Now I got one question for you guys, Raider Nation. Is there any other duo throughout this whole NFL preseason that gets you hyped up like Keelan Doss and Nathan Peterman? Man, the chemistry between these two players, man, is fantastic. I love seeing them on the field together. Like, they gel well together because they came up together, especially throughout training camp and practices. It's good to see them put it on the field, and you guys can see the chemistry that they have with each other. John Gruden really loves these two. He loves Keelan Doss and he loves Nathan Peterman, and Nathan Peterman came in the game and showed out and really sparked an energy with this team, especially when we were down 21-10. And we came out, did what we did, obviously scored, made some plays, and Keelan Dawson made a beautiful toe tap swag out there, which was crazy in itself and got the whole team pumped up. We did get to highlight Jason Cabinda out there a lot on defense, him, you know, interacting with his teammates, trying to call plays left and right, and we got to cut over to his mom as well in the stands. She was really a character on the stands, and she even knows that this is the time for Jason Cabinda to step up, make a statement for himself to be on this team, and she understands what's at risk out there. But Jason Cabinda did come out and showed out there, which I love, and hopefully he does make this team. This is a guy that was undrafted last year, got cut, got re-signed, and is back with the team this year, and hopefully he does enough to make the final 53. Man, that fourth quarter though, with Nathan Peterman, 2-minute drill, can he drive down the field and score a touchdown? Well, is that even a question? Especially with the GOAT, Nathan Peterman, he's starting to get more confident and more comfortable in the pocket and just calling out plays. And I'm really thinking that if John Gruden had to choose one quarterback to back up Derek Carr, it's gonna be Nathan Peterman. There are rumors looming that we might keep all 3 quarterbacks, so you never know. But the confidence, the poise in the pocket for Nathan Peterman, those final 2 minutes to drive down the field and get us into field goal range was great, and I love seeing that. John Gruden is instilling a new culture in this team, and I'm loving it more and more every single week. We obviously know that we won the game with a game-winning field goal. Man, just panning over to the sidelines and seeing everybody have great vibes and just excited on the sidelines. Us winning in a preseason game. Yes, it's a preseason game, but everybody's happy, and that's what I love seeing on this team. John Gruden is happy, AB looks happy, all of our teammates look happy, and I'm telling you, this Raiders team this year looks so much different from last year. Everybody looks to be a family. You know, this is a brotherhood out there. Everybody seems to be happy to be on this team, and I love seeing that. All right, Raider Nation, knock on wood if you're still with me. You guys still with me? Alright, now at the end of the episode, we did get to see AB visit De La Salle, as I mentioned before, and then we get to see John Gruden with his family and his son out there, you know, training. I just love it, and the smile on John Gruden's face when he sees his son sparring in the ring or in the octagon is really great to see, man. Especially showing John Gruden in a different environment, just with him and his family, and him just smiling. You know, we don't really see a lot of smiles from John Gruden. We just see that mad face all the time. You know, he smiles here and there, but the smile that he had seeing his kid, man, is priceless to see. And overall, this episode was a good episode. I liked last episode more. This one was more chill, more laid out, not too much going on, but overall, still a great series to keep watching, Raider Nation. Hey, but before I end this video, why they gotta do my boy Trent Brown like that at the end of the episode? Bruh, they have my boy Trent Brown just snacking on them snacky snacks, you know? That was funny in itself, and it had me cracking up, but that's all I just wanted to say. Knock on wood if you're with me. All right, Raider Nation, that's all I have for you guys today, man. What do you guys think about this episode? Did you guys enjoy it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then smash that like button. I would gladly appreciate it. And if this is the first time you're watching this video and you're not subscribed already, then what are you guys doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this one. Without further ado, Raider Nation, until the next episode of Hard Knocks, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.